Theory is a psychometric approach. Now, before we move on, you can take a screenshot of this because it's going to help you to learn the differences between all these different theories. In the textbook, it's just given one by one, but this is going to be much more simpler for you to learn the differences between all of them. And just take a screenshot. Done? Okay, let's continue. So, theories of psychometric approach were given by 5 different people: Alfred Binet, Spearman, Louis Thurston, Arthur Jensen, and J.P. Guilford. So, they all said different things. They had different theories about psychometric approach. Now, coming to Binet. Binet differentiated more intelligent from less intelligent individuals. So, like we always do, right? We tell our friends that we're more intelligent than you, and sometimes they feel that they are more intelligent than us. So, he differentiated more intelligent from less intelligent individuals. Easy to remember. And then conceptualized intelligence as consisting of one similar set of abilities, which can be used for solving any or every problem in an individual's environment. Now he thought of intelligence as something that can solve any problem. So if you have intelligence, then you can solve any problem. You can be in any situation, you can battle anything. So this is the theory which Binet gave, that he conceptualized intelligence as consisting of one similar set of abilities which can be used for solving any or every problem in the individual's environment. And this was called the uni or one factor theory. So Binet's theory was called one factor or unifactor theory. This is important. You should know the names of the theories which they gave. So now Binet gave uni or one factor theory. Coming to Spearman. So how was Spearman's theory different from Binet's? Spearman said that intelligence consisted of one general factor, the G factor, and then some specific factors called S factors. So now he divided intelligence into two parts. That's why it was called two-factor theory. Here Binet said it was one factor and Spearman said it was two-factor. So Spearman's thing is called two-factor theory. He showed that intelligence consisted of a G factor and an S factor. The two parts are towards intelligence. Then coming to Louis Thurston. So Thurston gave the theory of primary mental abilities. They state that intelligence consisted of seven primary abilities, each of which is relatively independent of others. So now he said that there are 7 primary abilities and they are independent of each other. Now, what are these 7 things? Verbal comprehension, numeral abilities, spatial relations, perceptual fluency, speed, word fluency, memory, inductive reasoning. Now, in verbal comprehension, what all comes? So, how you talk, how you act verbally, what all words do you say, how you behave verbally. And then numeral abilities, how you can write, you can um, count, you can do mathematics, that is numeral abilities. Then spatial relations, how you can find the spatial relation in everything like design, architecture, then how you can draw art, all that is spatial relations. Then perceptual speed, how fast you can understand, how fast your perception occurs. Word fluency, how well you speak and in what fluency you talk, your language skills. And memory, then memory is all of you know about memory. It's that cognitive aspect of psychology which contains all the information, and that's memory. Then comes inductive reasoning, how well you reason. This is given by Louis Thurston, the theory of primary mental abilities. Next comes Arthur Jensen, level 1 and level 2. So he gave the level 1 and level 2 theory. So level 1 is associative learning, in which output is more or less similar to input. Example, rote learning and memory. So his aspect of intelligence was that level 1 and level 2 existed. Now in level 1 what he said was it was associative learning, in which output is more or less similar to input. Rote learning and memory. So in rote learning and memory, many functions do not work, right? You just like mug up stuff. And associative learning, you associate your learning with memory. Then comes level 2, it's called cognitive competence, involves higher order skills as they transform the input to produce an effective output. So level 1 has output is more than input. In level 2, it's called cognitive competence, involves higher order skills, HOTS, as they transform the input to produce an effective output. So Arthur Jensen gave level 1 and level 2. Level 1 associative learning, level 2 cognitive competence. Then J.P. Guilford, structure of intelligent model. He classified traits amongst three dimensions: operations, contents, and products. Now, operations, contents, and products, these are very important for the structure of intellect model. Now, coming to operations. Now, what is operations? Operations is cognition, memory, recording, memory retention, divergent production, convergent production, and evaluation. So, operation consisted of cognition, memory, recording, memory retention, divergent production, convergent production, and evaluation. They are the NCERT is given a lot of detailed explanation on this. Please read it, and because we do not have much time. Then contents, the nature of materials on or information on which the intellect operations are performed, includes visual, auditory, symbol, semantic, and behavioral. Now, the contents, the nature of material info on which intellectual operations are performed, includes visual, auditory, symbolic, semantic, and behavioral. Visual, seeing; auditory is listening; symbolic is with using of symbols, using symbols. Then semantic and behavioral. Semantic is usage of how you understand words, and then the behavioral aspects. Now, products, the form in which information is processed by the respondent, classified into units: classes, relations, systems, transformation, and implications. It's given in the textbook. Do read it, it's very interesting. Theories of information processing approach. Now, before we move on, you can take a screenshot of this because this is a mind map about whatever they've said in the textbook, and it's in a very easy way to understand through this mind map. Done? Okay, let's continue. Now, theories of information processing approach. One of the theories are the theory of multiple intelligence. This theory of multiple intelligence was given by Howard Gardner, and this was really famous. Now, think about the definition of intelligence. What is intelligence you thought when I asked you to think about intelligence? It's going to be very different because now we're going to learn that that intelligence is of different kinds. Like there can be different kinds of intelligences. Now, coming to the first one, logical mathematical. Now, the logical mathematical, what is that intelligence? These people can think logically and critically. They engage in abstract reasoning and can manipulate symbols to solve mathematical problems. So people who solve a lot of mathematical problems easily, who can think logically and reason well, they are logical mathematical intelligence. They have logical mathematical intelligence. Now, coming to linguistic, what the word says, something related to language, and now we'll see about what kind of intelligence this is. It is the capacity to use language fluently and flexibly to express one's thinking and understanding others. These people can create linguistic images in their minds. Example, poets and writers. So if you know any poet or writer, you can tell them that you have linguistic intelligence. And then coming to interpersonal intelligence. This is a skill of understanding the motives, feelings, and behavior of others so as to bond into with a comfortable relationship with others. So you must have seen people who are so good with other people, who who are so socially good, well off, and who talk a lot and who can interact well with people. So these are people who have interpersonal intelligence. Now, psychologists, counselors, social leaders, all these people have a good interpersonal intelligence. Then come to intrapersonal. Intrapersonal is self-explanatory. Intrapersonal, so knowing about yourself, and so this comes your internal strengths, weaknesses, your knowledge about how well you can relate to others. These all define your intrapersonal intelligence. Now, people who are spiritual leaders, philosophers, are all all of these have intrapersonal intelligence. Now come to naturalistic. Complete awareness of our relationship with the natural world. Useful recognizing beauty of different species of flora and fauna. Hunters, farmers, tourists. So even a farmer is intelligent. You can't say that a farmer is very no, stupid or dumb. They are also intelligent, but the fact is that they have naturalistic intelligence. They have an intelligence wherein they can understand the beauty of nature, where they can use nature to get out good products, right? So they have naturalistic intelligence, so never undermine a farmer also. Then comes bodily kinesthetic. Consists of the use of a whole body or portions of it for display or construction of products and problem solving. Now, bodily kinesthetic. What is bodily kinesthetic? Kinesthetic is something which you have to work, you have to run or use your legs, basically, use your limbs or legs. That is kinesthetic. Consists of a whole use of body or portions for display for or construction of products and problem solving. So people like these athletes, they have bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Athletes, runner, then all these people you see in Olympics, they all have bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Then comes musical. Now musical people also have intelligence, right? They are like A.R. Rahman and Shankar Mahadevan, all of them. They are also intelligent. So that's a capacity to produce in create and manipulate musical patterns. These people are very sensitive to sounds and vibration in creating new patterns of sound. So musical people have a lot of intelligence in manipulating sound, making different sounds, and understanding music. That is a very important aspect. Not many people can do this. Coming to spatial, the ability involved in informing, using, and transforming mental images. Now, you might have seen pilots, sailors, sculptors, designers, architects, surgeons, all of these. They have good spatial intelligence. The ability in informing, using, and transforming mental images. They can easily form, they can use images, they can actually different, differentiate between one kind of design and another. They can design a lot of things. It's very nice, it's very creative, this field, spatial intelligence. So these are the theories of multiple intelligences. And so that's all for today's video. And if you liked my videos, then please like, subscribe, and share. That will be really helpful. I'll come up with more kinds of videos in future. Take care. Bye.